Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Sanny Beauty here, and I'm back with another video, or I should say a video. So it's been like 6 months, right? 6 months. September to October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, this was not planned. It really was not. I'm not gonna drag out this intro either, but I'm here and I'm gonna let you guys know what has been going on in the last 6 months. First thing is first, okay? In September 15th to be exact, or 14th or 15th. But I had an encounter with God, okay? So it's been 6 months, okay? So as I explain, it might be sounding a little like 2 weeks prior to, or 2 weeks leading up to, I kept waking up between 3 and 4 a.m., right? And I always heard, like, if you wake up around that time, like it's the watch hour, like God is trying to tell you something, or just something about those hours of the morning. I didn't fully understand, like I just didn't understand or didn't know really, like I wasn't very educated on that topic really. But I did know, I always knew, like I've heard it for a long time, that if you constantly wake up around that time, that there's a message, right? But the thing is, nothing was coming to me. Like I wasn't seeing nothing. I thought maybe if I start scrolling on Instagram, like something will pop up or something will come to my head or whatever, right? Never happened. One night I went to bed, woke up again, 3 a.m. I stayed up for about an hour, and I'm not really gonna go into full detail because I think I'll do like a testimony type video, and that will be part of the testimony, so I don't want to double tell the story. But long story short, I had a dream that night, okay? I had a dream that night, and it was the simplest dream, but there was such an emotional aspect to that dream that when I woke up, like I couldn't even deny, it was like undeniable what happened. Like I was crying profusely when I woke up, okay? And the dream is so simple. It was the simplest dream. But when I woke up, the overflow of emotions, like the outward pour of emotions, I should say, was just undeniable. Like I couldn't even deny what I was experiencing. Okay, I couldn't deny what I was experiencing. So yeah, and then also not just a dream, but the things that connected hours after that. So I like hours into the morning after that, it like, yeah. I honestly, I'm not even fully gonna go into everything in this video because I do want to do a testimony video, but I don't think it is time yet, but I will eventually do one. But yeah, just from that day and on, everything's been different, like very different, okay? And it was to the point where literally I didn't have to think if I was gonna start my walk with Jesus Christ from that, like, am I gonna do it? Am I ready? There was no thinking about it. It was instant, like from that day and on. When I actually do give my testimony, you guys will fully understand what I'm talking about. I guess there'll be more details or just a better understanding you guys will have. But like I said, I don't want to double tell the story. What that has to do with YouTube is that was one of the first things that was put to the side. Like literally, it was as if God said, and we're gonna put this on break right now. And another thing that was put on hold is me taking as many clients as I was taking. Those two things were like you come over here and leave those over there for now, okay? I'm telling you, and the part that's so wild about that is that those are the two things how I make my money. Those are the only two things that I make my money from. Well, majority. There's other things, but it's very small. These two things, YouTube and taking clients, is the two big ways that I receive my income. And there was no question for me. Like when those two things had to be put aside, I didn't question it. I really did not question it, okay? If you know me, you know that I'm very much like hustle, like gotta get it done, like what's next type person. But it was it was kind of confusing to me, like, God, why would these two things be taken away from me? Like, what do you want me to do now? You know, kind of thing. Now, the reason why those two things had to be removed is because I had to start focusing on building a relationship with God. I had to literally just focus on that. And in order to fully submit and fully surrender, and to fully like not lean on my own understanding, but to lean on God's understanding. I had to legit like not have those two things present at the moment. I feel like this is so hard to film. I don't know. I'm here like thinking to myself, like, is this gonna make sense to anybody? But to be honest, if you are on your walk or you started your walk, you know what I'm talking about. I really and truly could not focus on building a relationship with God if I had other things going on. So that's just it, plain and simple. Other people probably can do it. Personally, I could not. I really and truly could not do anything else but that. So yeah, for the first 3 months of my walk, that's all I was doing. Reading my Bible, doing my devotional, making notes. From that day, actually, I was doing Bible study twice a week all the way until now. And also going to church. Now that was a little bit inconsistent. Like I would go, then not go, go, not go. Primarily because like Curtis wouldn't be home a lot of Sundays. I would have Asher, but I wouldn't want to bring Asher to church with me because he's a little wild now, okay? And he just likes to play a lot, and him sitting down, that's not gonna happen. So I just wanted to be able to focus on the word and not be like chasing him down in church. I eventually started to get into like a little bit of a routine, like I would drop him off to his cousins and go. But now leading into my next thing, we have moved, okay? So it kind of made it a little bit harder, but I'm gonna get into that in a second. But like I was saying, my primary focus, I had to go back to my notes, but since then I've been having like so many dreams, so many like revelations, so many convictions, there's just so much things. I didn't expect, especially from the very first week, first month, first 2 months, to be receiving so many messages, so many dreams, so much things. I was questioning, like, was that me or was that God telling me this? Like, and it just boiled down to it couldn't have been me myself, because so many things that have come to me, I'm like, I've never thought this in my life. I don't even know this word. I never even heard this word. I don't even know this verse. Why would I have dreams about this verse? Why would I have dreams about this word, this name, this person? Like stuff like that just started happening. And I don't know, it's amazing, you know? I had no desire to film and I had no desire to take clients anymore. Not saying I didn't take clients still, but I could literally probably count on my 10 fingers how many clients I would take a month, okay? It wasn't many. The thing is, God will never take something from you and not replace it with something else, right? So I said, you know what? I don't understand this, but I'll be obedient in it. That's something I've always known. I always knew God will come through for you if you just surrender. Even when I wasn't on my walk, I knew it, but I wasn't as obedient when I wasn't on my walk. But when those two things came to me instantly, like stop doing these two, like put these two things on hold, I didn't question nothing. I said, I'm not even gonna ask nothing. I'm just gonna do it, because obviously you're gonna come through somehow, some way. And he came through every single time. I'll save all that for a testimony, but be obedient, okay? So my primary thing was not resisting and being obedient, building a relationship with God, and you know, just being on my walk with Jesus Christ. That was number one. That was the biggest thing, like the big thing that happened in September. But the second biggest thing that happened in September, okay, we listed our house. You guys have heard me talk so many times in my vlogs before, like, oh, I don't want to redecorate my office because I don't know how long we're staying here, etc., etc. Curtis decided it was a perfect time for us to sell. And to be honest, that came with like so many emotions, because even though I knew we were going to move, I feel like I wasn't ready. Like I didn't want to. By the time it came time to move, I didn't want to actually do it. Like it actually frustrated me so much that we were moving, that it was like I didn't know what everything was gonna look like, because we were just listing the house. We didn't actually look into yet a new house. So the house was listed, but we didn't have another house. So from the time he said, oh, it's a good time, the next day a realtor came. The third day, the photographers came. So we had 2 days to pack up our stuff in the house. We emptied our closets. I packed all of Asher's stuff. Everything was packed in boxes, and we had to put it in our storage room on the roof. You guys know our storage room on the roof at that time. But everything was packed up in boxes. Like everything was packed up, like, because what was gonna happen is people were gonna start viewing the house, right? And a lot of people were viewing the house on a weekly basis. Now, we lived like that for 2 months. We didn't sell until November, okay? And then we moved out in December. Now, it didn't end there because we moved out and we still didn't have a house. So anyways, that was September, okay? And we sold in November. But what happened in November is I went to Jamaica. I went to Jamaica with my friends. We did our first girls trip. We never went on a girls trip ever, like me and all my friends. It would be like 1 or 2 friends at a time, but never all of us all together. So it was 8 of us all together. We went to Jamaica. We went to Montego Bay and we stayed at the Rio there. I do not recommend Rio Montego Bay, but we still enjoyed ourselves. But the service wasn't good. I think that's the only thing I don't recommend it. Why I don't recommend it. Rio Montego Bay customer service is not good. But everything else was fine. It's an adult only resort. Yeah, I thought the food was pretty decent, to be honest. I don't know. I was full. I was always full, so it was good. Breakfast was probably the best thing, but yeah, I think food was good. I liked the resort. They had like an adult water slide. It was so much fun. I think I like literally every day I was like, I want to go to the water slide, but I really liked the adult water slide. Yeah, it was a very relaxing trip. It was like so good, and honestly I think we all needed it at that time. I don't even know if we thought we needed it until we went on the trip, if that makes sense. We had like a few beach days. We had dinner at this, like, I think it was like a country club or something like that. I'll put pictures and videos, but we had my birthday dinner there. It was really nice. Honestly, if you go to Jamaica, I'd say visit that restaurant. I can even picture it being really beautiful, like a little bit early in the day. They surprised me. We were on the beach and then they got somebody to set up balloons in the room and stuff, and then I went back, surprise! Yeah, so it was good. So we had fun. We had so much fun. I love that trip. It was like so good, honestly. When I came back from the trip, everything was fine. And then December is when we fully had to move out. And that was a whole like, like, I promise you, I don't want to move ever again because that was a whole thing. We thought it was going to be quick and easy, like a 2-day process to move out because we already had everything packed, right? But the thing that we didn't really factor in, I guess, is like taking down the furniture, loading up the truck, taking everything off the roof. That was the worst. That was actually the worst part of the whole move. That 3rd floor rooftop storage area that we had, like bringing everything down all the floors and into the truck. No. For December, we were at one of the Airbnbs downtown, and it was okay, to be honest. Like, you guys know I like downtown, but it was winter, okay? I just knew it wasn't a permanent situation. I know how to humble myself and I know how to small up myself, okay? So even though it wasn't ideal, I knew it was temporary, so it was fine. And at that time it was Christmas, so we did Christmas. And also I did an empty house tour for you guys real quick. I think I'm gonna put it in here.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, we didn't do a house tour when we moved in because that's just not our type of thing. January came, New Year's, and we went to another Airbnb. First we were downtown, then we went way east. Yeah, so then we started house hunting at that time. And then in January, I don't know, I got a little bit of a baking bug, okay? I started putting my mixer to use. Like I made cinnamon rolls. I was making a million cookies. I was making cookies like crazy. My sister, she had a baby actually, but her baby shower was in January, and I made her baby shower cake and some of her treats, so I'll post those. I also got a Cricut, so I was making like toppers and stuff. What else? It was Chanel's birthday. Chanel, I made her some cupcakes too. And then I made her a cake. The topper was so cute. I'll put it on the screen for you guys as well. February came and got our house. So we moved in February, and that was a whole thing. Like, my car was packed with stuff and dirty from September all the way until we moved. For how many months? My car had so much stuff in it. Like it was just wild. But it didn't take us long to unpack and stuff. We literally, me and Curtis, we just get to it. Like, we unpacked and got everything out of boxes into the places they needed to go within like 2-3 days. Okay, now the only thing that we're doing now is like little customizations and stuff like that. Like, in my vlogs you guys will see that. And also, just like the previous house, I won't do a house tour, but of course you guys are gonna end up seeing the house anyways throughout the videos, like throughout the vlogs. I love the house. It reminds me of our old house, but just bigger and more space. And then now here we are in March, and I'm back on YouTube. But guess what, guys? I started vlogging. Okay, I started vlogging. It's been a series of events. Like, I started vlogging last week, day one, picking up my camera for the first time to vlog in the last 6 months. First time, okay? You know what happened? I'm filming, did my little morning hygiene, spread up the bed, do my thing, go in Asher's room. And you know what's so funny? That day I had a hair appointment to get my hair cut, okay? Chanel called me to say, hey, I have to cancel your appointment until tomorrow, which was the following day. I said, no problem, because I started getting ready and everything. Like, I had my makeup done and everything because I was gonna film for you guys, okay? Film the process for you guys. I go into Asher's room. I go into Asher's room to start folding his clothes and stuff. The camera fell. It didn't fall from far. My camera has fallen so many times. It's fallen so many times, but this time it fell, okay? It fell and it broke. My vlogging camera is broken. Like, that's it. Like, it's broken. The lens is like bent. It won't retract, it won't nothing, it won't nothing. It's over, okay? I might have to bring it somewhere to get fixed, but I don't know if I really will. But thank God I had this camera. This is one of my older cameras. And the funny thing is, I picked this one up and I said, nah, the devil's he's not gonna win today. I'm gonna push through and I'm gonna continue my video with this camera. And then you know what happened? An hour later, I started getting this massive, massive, massive toothache. And I was like, why of all days? Why of all days when I'm trying to do this, right? Why am I getting this massive toothache? And that toothache turned into an emergency dentist appointment. And they told me I have to take out all of my wisdom teeth. And the pain literally started, and it started to shoot up across my face. My face was so tender, it was hurting so much. I had to go through the whole weekend with that pain. And then the Monday came, I got my teeth extracted. You guys know how it goes when you get your wisdom teeth taken out. Now the thing is, my healing process was A1. I had no swelling, I didn't have the puffy face or nothing. Even my follow-up appointment was like 3 days later, and the dentist was like, you don't have a swollen face. But here we are 1 week later, okay? So now I'm filming this for you guys because I said, you know what? I wasn't being obedient. I was really trying to just skip through and vlog as if nothing happened and just maybe mention it a little bit, mention something a little bit, but obviously I wasn't supposed to do that. So here I am sitting down, giving you guys an explanation as to, not even an explanation, just updating you guys on where I've been for the last 6 months. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you guys. I still got my hair cut though. Chanel cut my hair, and the reason why I have a haircut is because, oh, my hair, the last, how many months? At that time, it was 5 months of my hair being mismanaged, mistreated, not being treated, okay? So I wasn't doing anything with my hair. My hair really turned into what I was feeling. My hair really turned into what our situation. Complete neglect. It was like literally starting to come out in my hand. I have like just a ponytail and run my hand through my ponytail and so much hair. Just cut it off, cut it all off, okay? A vlog will follow this very shortly because I feel like so much things are happening. So much, you know, stuff that I would want to record, because the thing is, as much as the videos are for you guys, I really love going back and watching my videos to see like, wow, this happened, or like all the changes. I've been going back and watching a lot of my videos from when Asher was a baby. If you guys see Asher now, he's nothing near what you guys seen last, okay? Nowhere near. Like, you guys seen him at his first birthday party. That was the last video. Yeah, like, he's at daycare right now, but he is nowhere near, okay? Nowhere near what he was in the last video. He's old now. He's like a big man now. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next vlog. If you guys are not already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, and yeah.